What is going down, faithful? We have a very special guest on today's show who needs no introduction, but we're going to introduce him anyways. Hall of Famer Patrick Willis is here. We have an exciting show for you guys today. We're going to talk about all the things that went into Patrick's journey into the Hall of Fame, all that good stuff. And on top of that, we have a really special drop just for you guys. You're going to see it here first, and I'm really, really excited to bring it to you. Normally, what we do is we say drop an SDS in the chat. We're going to switch it up a little bit this time. Drop a 52 in the chat for our guy, Patrick Willis. We're going to talk all things P. Willie. Coming up, let's go. We will be right back. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. Oh, look at the chat lighting up with the 52s. You'll love to see it. So I got to do it. We've got the 2007 NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, 5-time first-team All-Pro, second-team All-Pro in 2008, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL leader in tackles, the member of the NFL 2010s All-Decade Team, a member or a part of the Pro Football Writers of Association All-Rookie Team, Buckus Award winner, San Francisco 49ers Hall of Fame, and Mr. 378 coming in, Pro Football Hall of Famer Patrick Willis. I had to do it. We all know who you are, but I wanted to show love. How are you doing, man? How's it been since being inducted into the Hall of Fame?
I'm doing great, Brad. Thanks for having me. Man, it has been an amazing feeling. Just still taking it all in. But yeah, man, it's just a special time.
I mean, it was really just an amazing speech that you gave. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. And just we will talk about this drop. And I'm really, really excited to get into that. But before we get into the speech, it was funny. We ran into each other at the Super Bowl, and I had the opportunity to talk to you the day after you had found out that you're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. And you said something that really stood out to me. You said that you felt free. Do you feel more free now? Does that feeling feel more real than ever? Has it sunk in that you've been immortalized in Canton?
Yeah, it's still sinking in. But I will say, it's a great feeling. It's one of those things that, I didn't play the game with the mindset of, I got to make it to the Hall of Fame. I just wanted to be one of the best to ever play the game. And wherever that took me when it was all said and done, I would be grateful for it. And for it to, lead me to the Pro Football Hall of Fame and to be inducted in this year's class, I'm truly grateful and honored.
It's so cool to see. I remember, seeing you, and just because there's so many fans who appreciate you, appreciate what you brought to this franchise, what you brought to the game in general. And so being able to see you get that call, man, really, really just solidified a lot of positive emotions for this fan base. And, one of the things that you mentioned during your speech was it was kind of like your Super Bowl. And I heard you talking about it. You put a lot of time and effort into that speech, and you absolutely crushed it. So how did it feel like walking off that stage? Like, all right, we did it. We're in. What were the vibes like?
Yeah, it most definitely leading up to it felt as if I was getting ready for the Super Bowl again. It just felt like, you're on the big stage and you just want to go out there and execute and play your best and speak your best and deliver as you had practiced. And I would say a lot went into it, but as anything, I felt like when it was done, I could have done better in areas, but overall, I felt like it was received and taken really well, and just again, just grateful to be able to get up there and share what little I did.
Yeah, man. I mean, I thought you absolutely crushed it, but there was one particular quote that you said that gave me chills. You said, "You cannot cheat the grind, for the grind knows what you put in." And I think I can speak for most 49er fans that when we think of Patrick Willis, we think of a true grinder. We think of a guy who came in as a rookie and just did everything that was ever asked of him. Can you tell me how that mentality has benefited you, not only on the field, but just off the field as well?
Yeah, man, that came from just coming from humble beginnings. I like to say where I come from, we're like diamond in the roughs, needle in the haystacks. I'll say that, I was not the most athletic. I was not the fastest or biggest, growing up where I grew up at. And so just having that mentality that each and every day you have to grind, and coming from, like I said, coming from a small town, just a lot of odds against you. So just wanted to be an example of just putting in the work each and every day. Again, doesn't mean every day is going to be perfect, but you know that you put in the grind, and something good has to come back to you in some form or fashion. And I've always been a believer in that, and that's my faith. Stand strong and just put in the grind, put in the work, and like what's the saying? If you shoot for the stars, you'll land in the sky. So um, every day, give it your all, and something good is going to come of it. And it's been a great journey thus far. Life is still going on, but man, the sports journey it's been amazing. It's been tremendous.
Yeah, dude. It's been so great watching your career, and again, just watching how you've been able to kind of acclimate into life after football. But it was funny. I think before this we started this and we hopped on, I, asked in the chat and I could see people talking about it. There's a generation of 49er fans who look at you as their favorite player. And that's pretty crazy considering, like, you even look at the wall behind me. We got we got Steve, we got Joe, we got Jerry, you got legends across the board, and you captured something in fans where you are their guy. Like, obviously during that Harbaugh era and everything, and during that speech you had said it's not about how long you played, but the impact you made.
Yes,
And
sir.
considering that context, that's a pretty substantial impact to be a favorite player of so many fans of a franchise that has just littered with greats. What does that feel like? What does it feel like knowing you had that huge of an impact on this fan base?
It's truly beyond words. I don't have the words to show my appreciation, my gratification for the faithful. I remember coming in 2007. First, it started the day that I was drafted, and to hear the cheers, from the fans that were at the draft day in New York, that was truly special. And then to come into the 49ers and to feel the love, knowing what it was like those first 4 seasons, it was hell. And just sticking through it, and to be able to experience, the years that I had with Harbaugh, that was truly special. So again, there's, maybe I'm biased because from a professional standpoint, I've only known the faithful, and that was Sunday in and Sunday out. I was telling someone the other day that it's sad a little bit to drive past Candlestick and look over to the right and see that it's not there anymore, where you gave so much of your energy, your blood and your sweat and tears. But the memories, as I've grown to learn, that's what you hold on to long after you've gone from a place. And so, was able to create some great memories there. Again, just truly thankful for everyone that came out each and every Sunday and cheered as loud as they did for me and for us. So, just truly grateful.
Oh man, we feel the same way about the Candlestick days. I do the same thing. Drive past Candlestick Point, kind of envision the stadium being there, driving up. Everyone tailgating. There was such a energy like to that place. Like it wasn't the nicest stadium, right? But when you got inside, there
Yeah,
was this heartbeat to it. Like it was almost like the stadium like breathed with each and every single play. It was such an amazing experience. You give me goosebumps thinking about it. Um, is there a particular moment from that stadium where you like that comes to your mind where you're like, wow, this is an amazing place to play?
truthfully, I believe it was each and every time I had the opportunity to go in there and play, and especially on game days. I always had this mentality that I was a gladiator, like from the movie 300 or just the movie Gladiator itself. And I felt like going to Candlestick and playing at Candlestick, and I'm only referencing it to Levi's, but when I went to playing at Candlestick, I felt as if you were a football fan and you came to Candlestick, you was going to love it. But if you were not a football fan, you really wouldn't dig it a whole lot. And I feel like maybe at Levi's, you can, just coming for the entertainment, that football and everything else. But Candlestick, you really had to be a true fan of the sport. And to play there, I feel like, you just had to, it was old school. I feel like just a gladiator arena to me. I feel like on game day when I walk out, or when they would call us out, and the defense would be the last to call it run out, and I would be the last to run out. The defense in my mind, I pictured the stadium closing in, and only one team can leave, and I always felt that to be us. Though it didn't always play in our favor, but going out there and giving it your all, that was something that I feel like that was a must.
I love hearing that mentality because I think we all felt that play on the field. Like it was like burning the boats. We're here and we are going to win by all costs. Obviously, we know it's a game, so it doesn't always go out your way. But the mentality definitely came across in your play. Just since we're on the stick a little bit, what was I want to ask you this as someone who played in both of these games? What was a crazier game in your opinion? The pick at the stick game against the Atlanta Falcons or that Saints playoff game, going back and forth with Drew Brees with the Vernon Davis touchdown. Those two games just are so iconic. And which one sticks out to you out of those two?
Man, both of those games were very significant for us as a football team. And I remember the pick at the stick, just man, when Navarro picked that play, we talk about it all the time. When you need a play, being that one to make the play, or being able to look at your teammates and know that once somebody's going to make that play. And when Navarro made it at the end, and it was really what launched us into allowed us to win the game. That was truly a special moment. And then obviously the game against New Orleans Saints, that was a big game because I don't know if a lot of people know it or not, but we were actually in a cover two man when Jimmy Graham caught that last ball that he caught for the touchdown. And I felt like I had played it the way I was supposed to, but obviously I'm always like, I don't believe in the help. Let me, cover my guy. So when he scored, that was really tough because, man, I was like, man, this could be it. Like we have to score, and I always pride myself on the defense being the ones to go out and handle it and not solidifying the win, locking in the win when the offense have given us enough points. And that particular moment, I felt like I had let us down, but then for them to go down and score as they did, that really I needed that personally as well as us as a team. So that's what it's about. It's a team sport, and
Yep.
yeah, both those games were tremendous moments. And I don't know which one I would take over the other.
I mean, it's a really tough choice. I don't even know which one I would take. I just think of like the pick at the stick. I was watching it. I was like, dang, Patrick is so fast. He was so far away from the play. You cut off a wide receiver on a block. You almost catch up to Bowman. I'm like, dude, this guy's just built different, man. Like, but
You know,
what an amazing
you know what
experience.
was in my mind was we talk about it all the time when someone gets an interception, go block the intended receiver because that's usually one that'll come back and either make the play or sometimes he can even strip the ball out. I've seen Julio Jones be notorious for that, and so again, my mindset was, man, my guy got the ball, he's going in, let's protect him and get him into the house or whatnot, and so just doing my job. But I'm glad you noticed that. Though. I did hustle.
Hey, I'm a big fan of blocking, so it always pops to me, and I see Patrick just bursting downfield, cutting off the wide receiver. It was really cool. But also, what's really cool is kind of what you've been working on, kind of this drop that you've partnered with Spectre Sports Art, and also, you know, bringing us together to be able to talk about it. I wanted to kind of showcase the cards, this awesome drop that you're working on. What can you tell us about these cards and this project that you've got going?
Yeah, I'm truly excited about this project. At the end of the day, it's legacy is what we have, long after we are gone. And, since I've retired, I've, explored into the entrepreneurial world, looking for things that align with myself. And just, being a young kid, I was really big into trading cards, and I always had admirations of someday being on the card and perhaps someone would want my card in that same way. And so to be able to collaborate with Immortals is truly special. This line right here is actually called Immortals Willpower. So we named it Willpower because, just the tenacity of having the will to not be denied from, the beginning of the journey all the way through. And so it's a special collection. Jordan and his team done an amazing job on the cards. When you get the cards, you all have to check it out because the attention to detail is phenomenal. We even have, yeah, man, I'm not going to spoil it for you all. Just please go check it out. As you said, it's at SpectreSportsArt.com. And again, part of the proceeds as well is also going to my nonprofit charity, which is called the Patrick Willis Community Fund Foundation, and you can find us at patrickwilliscommunityfund.org. And again, our initiative is, helping strong mind, strong body, strong roots. And so, again, man, this is just a special day, a special collection, and just truly excited for everyone to go get, well, for all 1,352 cards. That's all we have. Like I say, it's an exclusive drop. Don't miss out.
Yeah, man. And I've been you talked about the attention to detail. It's there. You can see it. Can you explain a little bit about like the chains? I see a lot of chains in the card. Is there any significance with the chains in that design?
You know, yes, just pretty much, man. Everything is connected, and the journey has been deep. From, I don't have my high school one in there. That's a latter time, but as you can see, my college and professional picture is on there, and then yeah, just the connection. Everything is connected. You as strong as your weakest link, and I try to make sure that each one of those links are strong. And if you look really, really in there close, you also see something special in there. Again, I'm not going to spoil it. You just have to go and check it
Oh, I
out
can see
at
it. I can see it.
SpectreSportsArt.com. So,
Yep. Awesome. If you guys want to get your hands on these, pop on over to Spectre Sports Art. Go ahead. Oh, we'll go
I was
over
going to
to
say, I
Spectre.
will say that again.
Sorry about
Check,
that. I'm
check.
cutting in and out. Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, but no, I was just saying, man, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the cards, the drop, the attention to details, and I'm excited for all 1,352 cards to be going today, and they're truly special.
Awesome. I just dropped the link to the cards in the chat to the website, so you guys can go check that out. You can learn more about it, all that good stuff with Spectre Sports. We got just a couple minutes left. I just wanted to ask you about what it was like having all your teammates and Jim Harbaugh come out and support you, and seeing that whole family come together and support you during that time. Uh, at your induction ceremony.
Man, it was truly special. I'm grateful that coach and the guys were able to come out. We built some great memories. We oftentimes say that football is it's a family away from home, and like I said, we truly built some special memories together. So to be able to share that day with them, I was honored to have them because I know they have a lot going on. Um, and man, it was a special day.
I mean, it was so cool to see. And honestly, I could
Still there?
probably keep here for about 3 hours and chew your ear off about all things 49ers in your career. But I know you're a busy man and got to get out of here. We thank you so much for joining us and spending some time with us. I know the chat absolutely loving it. Um, Absolutely. And it looks like people are super hyped on the card and the drop as well. So, like I said, I posted the link in the chat. You can go straight there, go pick it up. And hopefully, this won't be the last time we get you on the channel again, man. I could just talk ball with you forever. But we thank you so much for giving us some of your time. Thank you to Mark. Thank you to Spectre Sports Art and Jordan and everyone coming together for bringing a conversation with the GOAT to the fans, man. Absolutely appreciated, Patrick. Thank you so much. If you need to drop out, feel free, man. And again, just thank you for your time.
Again, Brad, I appreciate it, and shout out to all the fans. Thank you for your love and your support. Let's go.
Let's go. Love it. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
See you.
All right, P. Willie. Stopping on by courtesy of Spectre Sports Art. Absolutely love it. Again, man, we only had a limited amount of time with P. Willie. I could have I could have asked him 40 million more questions about everything. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Anytime we can have a conversation with Patrick, it's always a blast, man. It's just kind of crazy how things have come together. Um, I apologize if I wasn't able to get to your super chat. Again, we were just kind of limited time in here. So next time, hopefully, we can get P. Willie in here for a little bit longer. Again, apologies for not being able to get to your super chats. But man, reaction to what Patrick had to say when we started getting into the the candlestick days. My brain started. It took me back. It took me back to the smell, to be freezing my tail off. Um, like what he said. He's like, man, you didn't go to Candlestick just for the vibe, like just to hang out. If you were a casual fan, right, or not a fan, like there's one thing to do at Candlestick, and it was to watch 49ers football. There's literally nothing else. The concourses were like super small. It was basically just hallways, and just oh man, hearing him talk about his mindset when he was about to step onto the field, talking about how he would envision all the walls closing and the only one getting out was the team that got the win, man. You talk about that mentality of a warrior, of a gladiator. So phenomenal. Again, just being able to get the insight from these guys, the mindset, how they were able to mentally prepare themselves for this insane game of professional football. Super crazy, but it was a great game, great situation. Loved hearing him talk about the Saints playoff game. Loved hearing him talk about Pick at the Stick, because those are such iconic games, that we remember and we recall and we think about all the time. Like, I know on this channel, it will pop up randomly and we'll talk about it. But just awesome to be able to get that mindset. And again, awesome for to see the drop and the project he's been working on. That was really cool. And then just being able to hear how he's, you know, talked about the Hall of Fame induction and everything else, man. It was really cool. Always a pleasure talking to the GOAT Patrick Willis. Man, literally would love to somehow get Patrick on for like an hour and just go through old stories, just go through old memories, all the stuff, man. Just talk ball with the legend. I dropped the link in the chat for those who are interested, so you can go learn more about the card and go purchase one as well. So very appreciative of Patrick's time, and shout out to, again, Mark and Spectre Sports Art for being able to set that up. That was really cool. We'll see if that would be crazy. Get Willis and Bowman on a stream at the same time. That would be wild. But absolutely love chatting it up with Patrick. That would be the third time I've interviewed Patrick. He is now currently the most interviewed player on the SF Niners, so you gotta love it. It's been pretty cool, man. Got to talk to him before he was inducted, got to talk to him directly after he was inducted, and now, or not even when he found out he was going into the Hall of Fame, and now finding out, after the fact, he's gone through the whole thing, man. It's just been a cool situation. I mean, you can see, like, you see the jersey hanging. This is the first jersey I ever purchased, was a Patrick Willis jersey. When I was talking about there's like a whole generation of 49er fans who look at Patrick Willis as as their favorite player, he's one of mine. He's one of mine. He was one of my GOATs growing up, man. Absolutely. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed the conversation. Hopefully you enjoyed the drop. Like I said, I could talk ball with these guys for hours upon hours. And I've got to be cognizant of their time. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget, and I'll pull a Brandon Ayuk interview and interview him for an hour and a half very easily. Am I going live today? Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, there's a lot of news going down with practice squad signings and reports that Brandon Ayuk could practice today. So that's an interesting situation. I might even just pop back on live right after this. I'll close this one down. But yeah, man, go check out Spectre Sports Art. Go check out his drop. And that was dope. Appreciate you guys. Chat was phenomenal today, I might add. You guys were killing it. Appreciate everyone in the chat continuing to bring the vibes, bring the energy. It always makes for this experience of interviewing people even better is when the chat is just cooking. And you guys were doing a phenomenal job. It always helps build the energy of the show. I'll never not recognize the chat when we do these interviews. Your guys' comments, your guys' energy is huge for our guests. So we appreciate you. Shout out to the SDS, the Sourdough Squad. You guys continue to remain undefeated. And we'll be back on talk regular 49er stuff, all of it. And appreciate you guys for tapping in. I'm out for now. Peace. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it.